Stop right there, my child. I need you to pause everything and listen to the vibration of my voice moving through your spirit. That thought you just had, the one that made your heart sink, the one telling you that you've run out of time or that you've failed too many times to be redeemed. I am here to tell you to stop listening to it. I am the creator of the heavens and the earth, and I am interrupting your life at this exact second because you were about to make a decision based on a lie. You have been running on empty, trying to navigate a storm while listening to a frequency that doesn't belong to me. This moment is not a coincidence. It is a divine intervention. I have pulled you away from the noise of the world to whisper directly into the depths of your soul. I see the heaviness in your chest, the way you've been walking as if through deep, cold water. I know the silent battle you are fighting when the lights go out, and I am here to break the cycle. There is a voice in your head that sounds like your own, but it carries a venom that I never placed within you. It is a counterfeit voice, an imposter that mimics your internal monologue to convince you that you are alone, that you are behind, and that your best days are behind you. But I am your father, and I am here to expose every single lie that has been planted in your mind. Today I am pulling you out of the shadows before I reveal the magnificent blessing that is currently being prepared for you. I want you to declare your presence in my sanctuary. Do not let this moment pass in silence, for your words carry the power of life. Type "I am here, Lord" or 7007 right now in the comments to open the gates of heaven over your life and signal that you are ready to receive my truth. Also, I invite you to join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. This is not just a digital action. It is an act of faith, a way to align your heart with this frequency of light and ensure that you never lose touch with my guidance again. Within the next hour, I'm going to pull back the veil and show you exactly how you have been deceived by the spirit of confusion. You have been wondering why the pressure has been so intense lately, why the shadows seem longer, and why your peace feels so fragile. It is because you are standing at the very edge of the greatest breakthrough of your entire life, and the enemy is desperate to keep you from crossing the finish line. He is trying to mimic my authority to lead you into a trap of despair, but his imitation is hollow and powerless against my love. I did not bring you this far to leave you in the wilderness. You are not breaking, you are being built. You are not falling apart. You are falling into a divine alignment that you cannot yet see. Stay with me. Keep your eyes fixed on my light, and in this hour I will show you how to silence the noise of the world forever. You were chosen for this specific moment because your spirit is strong enough to carry the weight of the glory I am about to pour out upon you. The exhaustion you feel is merely the sign of a warrior who has been fighting in their own strength for too long. Lay down your weapons, my precious one. Lay down the need to figure out the how and the when. I am the great architect, and I have already seen the end of your story, and I promise you it is beautiful. Every tear you've shed in secret has been collected in my bottle, and every moment of doubt is being redeemed into a testimony of power. The static in your mind is about to be replaced by a supernatural clarity that will leave you breathless. Do not click away, for the next words I speak will be the key that unlocks the prison cell you've been living in. I have a secret to tell you about the glory that awaits you once this shadow is finally lifted. My beloved child, I have seen you in those quiet, heavy hours of the night when the world is still but your mind is a raging storm. I saw you staring at the ceiling, feeling the crushing weight of 1,000 what-ifs pressing down on your chest. I heard the whispers that keep you awake, the ones that ask, "Why is everything so hard for me? And why does it feel like I am always the one left behind?" That voice of anxiety is a thief, and I watched it try to steal your peace while you were too exhausted to fight back. It tells you that your current struggle is your final destination, but it is lying. I was there in every toss and turn, and I am here now to tell you that those racing thoughts are not your truth. They are merely shadows cast by a fear that has no authority over your future. You have been carrying a burden of worry that I never intended for your shoulders, and it has left you feeling brittle and small. I know the specific sting of the voice that tells you that you are not enough. It whispers that you are not smart enough, not strong enough, or not holy enough to deserve the blessings I have in store. It brings up your past mistakes, replaying them like a broken record to remind you of who you used to be, trying to lock you in a cage of shame. But I am the God of the second, third, and thousandth chance. When the voice of anxiety says, "Look at what you did," I say, "Look at what I am doing." I have already redeemed those moments. I have taken your broken pieces and I am forging them into a masterpiece of resilience. You are not a victim of your history. You are the victor of my grace. Every time that inner voice tells you that you are a failure, it is trying to distract you from the fact that you are a miracle in progress. You are being built in the dark, and though you feel like you are breaking, you are actually becoming the person I destined you to be. Have you noticed how that voice of anxiety always speaks in the language of lack? It points to what you don't have, who you aren't, and how far you are from your goals. It makes you look at others and feel like you are failing the race. But I want you to understand that you are not behind. You are simply on my timeline. The enemy uses anxiety to make you feel urgent about things that require patience, and patient about things that require action. He wants you to worry about tomorrow so you cannot experience my power today. Stop trying to solve the puzzles of next year with the strength of this morning. I am the God who provides day by day, breath by breath. If you allow guilt and worry to take up space in your heart, you are leaving no room for the confidence and creativity I am trying to pour into you. You have a limited amount of room in your container of spirit. Do not waste it on thoughts that seek to diminish your light. I see the tears you hide from everyone else, the ones that fall because you feel misunderstood and completely alone in your pain. That voice tells you that no one cares, that your struggle is invisible, and that even I have turned my back. But I am closer to you than your very breath. Every sigh of weariness has reached my ears, and every silent plea for help has been answered in the spiritual realm, even if you cannot see the manifestation yet. The pressure you are feeling is not a punishment, it is a training ground. I am preparing your character to handle the weight of the massive blessing that is coming. A small person cannot carry a big assignment, so I am expanding your capacity through this trial. Do not agree with the darkness. Do not agree with the lack. I say you are well supplied. I say you are forgiven. I say you are my chosen one, and no weapon formed against your mind shall prosper. Take a deep breath now, and let my peace begin to wash away the static of the world. My precious one, I have not only seen your thoughts, but I have felt the very weight that settles upon your physical frame. I have watched as your shoulders hunched under the invisible pressure of a world that demands too much of you. I see the tightness in your chest that makes it hard to take a full deep breath, as if the very air around you is restricted. You have been waking up with a heaviness in your limbs, feeling as though you have run a marathon in your sleep. And you wonder why you are so exhausted when you haven't even begun your day. This is not merely physical fatigue. It is the manifestation of the spiritual battle taking place in the unseen realms. Your body is the temple of my spirit, and the enemy seeks to wear down the walls of that temple by draining your vital energy. He knows that if he can make your body weary, your spirit might become easier to discourage. But I am the one who renews your strength like the eagles, and I am here to touch those places where the stress has taken root. I have been there in the midnight hours when your eyes refuse to close and your mind refuses to go silent. I have seen the insomnia of the chosen, that restless state where you feel like you are on high alert for a danger you cannot name. You feel a sudden surge of adrenaline at the wrong times, a fluttering in your stomach that feels like fear but is actually a spiritual misalignment caused by the noise you've been letting in. This exhaustion is a sign that you have been trying to carry the universe on your back, a job that belongs only to me. You are never designed to be a reservoir of stress. You are created to be a channel of my peace. Every knot in your neck, every tension, headache, every moment of physical weakness is a signal from your soul that it is time to yield. Stop trying to push through the pain in your own strength. Yielding is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength because it allows my power to move through your limitations. I want you to take a moment right now, right where you are. Stop the rushing. Stop the frantic planning. Close your eyes for a second and take a deep, slow breath. I am breathing life back into your lungs. I am smoothing out the jagged edges of your nerves. I saw how you've been pushing yourself until you're on the verge of collapsing, thinking that if you just work harder, the anxiety will leave. But the remedy is not more work, it is more of me. You have felt like someone is literally sucking the life out of you, and in a way, they are. Negative influences, toxic environments, and that counterfeit inner voice act as parasites on your divine energy. But I am the infinite source. I am the great physician, and I am placing my hand upon your heart to steady its rhythm. I am cooling the fire of your inflammation and calming the storm in your nervous system. You are not breaking down. You are being emptied of the old so that you can be filled with the new. This physical weariness is actually a threshold. You have reached the end of your own human capacity, and that is exactly where my supernatural capacity begins. When you are at your weakest, my strength is made perfect and complete. Do not despise this season of low energy, for it is forcing you to lean on me in a way you never have before. I am teaching you how to be fireproof. I am not just bringing you out of the fire. I am making it so that the smell of smoke does not even cling to your clothes. Your body will recover. Your sleep will become sweet and restorative again. You will wake up with a lightness in your spirit that radiates through your skin. I am redeeming every hour of rest the enemy stole from you. Believe that my healing is flowing through your veins right now, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. You are being restored, repaired, and revitalized for the journey ahead. I have seen the walls you've been building around your heart, my child. I have watched as that inner voice whispered to you that it is safer to be alone, that no one truly understands the depth of your pain, and that everyone you love will eventually let you down. I saw you pull away from friends, avoid the phone calls, and retreat into the shadows of your own mind. This is the isolation trap. The voice of the imposter tells you that you are protecting yourself, but in reality it is trying to cut you off from the very support and love I have placed in your path. It creates a narrative where it is you against the world, making you feel like a castaway on a deserted island even when you are in a room full of people. I saw you sitting in those crowds wearing a mask of strength, while inside you were screaming for someone to truly see you. I want you to know I see you. I have always seen you, and you have never for one single second been truly alone. The enemy knows that there is strength in numbers and power in unity, which is why he works so hard to make you feel like an outcast. He isolates the sheep before he strikes, and he is trying to convince you that you are too different, too broken, or too intense for anyone to handle. He feeds you thoughts of suspicion, making you doubt the motives of those who care for you, causing you to misinterpret a kind word as a hidden jab. This silence you have retreated into is not a sanctuary. It is a prison cell with an open door. You have been holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the next betrayal. But I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother. My silence in your life is not abandonment. It is a sacred space where I am testing what you have learned and strengthening your inner man. Do not let the silence convince you that I have left the room. I am standing right beside you, holding the keys to the very cage you think you are locked in. I want you to take a deep, honest breath right now and admit something to yourself that you've been trying to hide. Admit that you are tired. Admit that you are weary of being the strong one, weary of carrying the world, and weary of the loneliness that bites at your heels. It is okay to be human in my presence. You don't have to perform for me. I am the God who created the mountains and the seas, yet I care about the smallest tear that escapes your eye. The voice telling you to stay isolated is trying to prevent the spiritual shift that happens when souls connect. It wants to keep you in a cycle of self-pity, but I am calling you into a season of self-liberation. Radical gratitude and connection are the weapons that will shatter this trap. When you feel the urge to hide, that is the exact moment I am calling you to reach out. I have placed destiny helpers in your life, people who carry a piece of the puzzle you are trying to solve, but you must be willing to let the walls down long enough to see them. Stop trying to avoid the storm by hiding in the dark. Learn to stand in it with me. You are not being punished by this season of solitude. You are being trained. I have used this time to strip away the distractions, to show you that even when everything else falls away, I am enough. But the season of the hidden one is coming to an end. You cannot fulfill your purpose in a vacuum. I am preparing to bring you out of the shadows, but you must first bury the inner victim that thrives in isolation. Choose to be the victor who can walk into a room and radiate my light without fear of being extinguished. Your scars are not signs of weakness, they are your credentials, the proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. As you step out of this trap, you will find that the world hasn't moved on without you. It has been waiting for the version of you that only I could forge in the quiet. Trust my timing. If you are not yet where you want to be, it is because I am still perfecting the environment for your arrival. Listen closely, my child, for I am about to reveal the mechanics of the warfare that has been raging within your mind. You have often wondered why you feel so conflicted, why one moment you feel a spark of hope and the next you are plunged into a pit of despair. It is because there is a counterfeit frequency operating in the atmosphere around you. You must understand that the enemy of your soul cannot read your every thought, for I alone search the heart and the mind. But he is a master of suggestion. He is an architect of shadows who knows how to implant thoughts so subtly that you begin to believe they are your own. He watches your reactions, he studies your wounds, and then he whispers suggestions that align with your greatest fears. When you hear a voice saying, "It's too late for you," or "You have messed up one too many times," that is not your conscience speaking, and it is certainly not me. That is a frequency designed to jam the signal of my love. The great deceiver does not always come with a roar. Often he comes with a whisper that sounds remarkably like your own internal monologue. He is even capable of disguising himself as an angel of light, using words that sound right or holy to lead you into a trap of legalism and self-condemnation. He will use your desire to be good against you, twisting conviction into shame until you are too paralyzed to move forward. This is the counterfeit frequency, a vibration that mimics my authority but lacks my essence. You can tell the difference by the aftertaste of the thought. My voice brings a peace that surpasses understanding even when I am correcting you. My voice lifts you up and gives you a path forward. The counterfeit voice, however, brings a sense of frantic urgency, a cloud of confusion and a heavy weight of hopelessness. If a thought makes you feel hurried, worried, or buried, it is not coming from the throne of grace. I am the great I am, and my frequency is one of eternal stillness and unwavering truth. The enemy's frequency is chaotic, noisy, and constantly shifting. He tries to keep you in a state of mental static so that you cannot hear the gentle instructions I am giving you for your breakthrough. Have you noticed how the noise gets louder the closer you get to a major decision? Have you noticed how the doubts intensify just as you are about to step into a new level of your destiny? This is because the counterfeit frequency is trying to drown out the sound of the keys turning in the locks of your future. He wants you to stay tuned into the station of not enough, while I am broadcasting on the frequency of abundance. You have the power to change the channel. You have the divine authority to mute the liar and tune your spirit back to the frequency of the one who called you by name before the world began. Do not be alarmed by the intensity of the noise, for the volume of the enemy's lies is often an indicator of how close you are to my truth. He only shouts when he is losing his grip on you. He only mimics my voice because he knows you are looking for me. But from this moment forward, I am giving you a new level of discernment. You will begin to feel the static before the words even form in your mind. You will recognize the coldness of the counterfeit and the warmth of the true shepherd. When the imposter says run, I say rest. When he says hide, I say shine. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are the master of your mind when you are aligned with me. I am recalibrating your spiritual ears today. The fog is lifting, the static is clearing, and soon my voice will be the only one that carries weight in your life. You have been asking me in the depths of your spirit, Father, why has the battle become so much more intense lately? Why does it feel like the voices of doubt have turned into a deafening roar? I want you to look at the patterns of the world I created. The darkest part of the night is always just before the first light of dawn breaks over the horizon. The labor pains are the most frequent and most agonizing just before the new life enters the world. The storm is often at its most violent right before it finally breaks and gives way to a great calm. If the noise in your head has become louder, if the pressure in your life has become heavier, and if the temptations to give up have become more persistent, it is not because you are failing. It is because you are standing at the very threshold of your promised land. The noise is not a sign that you are moving in the wrong direction. It is a sign that you are closer to your breakthrough than you have ever been in your entire life. I want you to realize that the enemy only screams when he is terrified of what you are about to become. He is not fighting you for where you are. He is fighting you for where I am taking you. He sees the mantle of authority I am placing upon your shoulders. He sees the chains that are beginning to rust and snap around your hands. He hears the sound of the prison doors creaking open. Because he cannot stop my hand from moving in your life, his only remaining weapon is distraction. He is trying to create so much static, so much confusion, and so much mental noise that you will be tempted to turn around and go back to the familiar territory of your past. He wants you to believe that the intensity of the struggle means that I have abandoned you. But the truth is exactly the opposite. The heat of the furnace has been turned up because I am finishing the refining process. I am making you fireproof because the place I am leading you requires a strength that can only be forged in the flame. The noise is louder now because you have become a significant threat to the kingdom of darkness. You have begun to pray with a different authority. You have begun to seek my face with a new level of desperation. You have started to believe that you are who I say you are, rather than who your circumstances say you are. Every time you take a step toward your destiny, the wind of opposition will blow harder to try and knock you off balance. But remember, I am the one who walks on the water. I am the one who rebukes the wind and the waves. If you weren't carrying something of immense value inside of you, the enemy wouldn't be wasting his time trying to steal it. You are a chosen one, a carrier of my glory, and your light is becoming so bright that it is blinding the shadows. The roar you hear is the sound of a defeated foe trying to make a final stand before he is forced to flee. Do not be discouraged by the volume of your problems, for they are merely the discouragement test that precedes the fulfillment of the promise. I am watching to see if you will trust my silence more than the enemy's shouting. I am watching to see if you will stand still and see my salvation when everything in you wants to run and hide. You are being built for the weight of a blessing so large that your current self could not carry it. This season of high volume is stretching your spiritual muscles and sharpening your discernment. Soon the noise will suddenly cease, and you will find yourself standing in a place of wide open spaces, peace, and prosperity that you once thought were impossible. Hold your ground, my child. The breakthrough isn't just coming, it is already at the door. Do not let the noise talk you out of your miracle. My beloved, have you ever wondered why your journey seems so much steeper than those around you? Why it feels as though you are held to a higher standard, or why the shadows seem to target you with a specific, unrelenting intensity? I want you to look at the world I have designed. In the great orchards of the earth, no one throws stones at a tree that bears no fruit. No one spends their energy trying to knock down a branch that is withered and dry. People only throw stones at the trees that are heavy with the sweetest, most nourishing fruit. If you are being pelted by the rocks of criticism, if you are being shaken by the winds of trial, and if you are being targeted by the arrows of the adversary, it is because you are carrying a harvest that is meant to feed nations. You are not being picked on, you are being picked out. You bear the mark of the chosen, a seal that I placed upon your soul before you drew your first breath. And that mark is a beacon to both heaven and the darkness. The light within you is not a flicker. It is a blazing fire of my glory, and that light is what makes the shadows so uncomfortable. The enemy is not attacking you because you are weak. He is attacking you because he is terrified of your strength. He sees the potential I have locked inside of you. The creative ideas that will change industries, the words of healing that will mend broken families, and the spirit of leadership that will guide others out of the wilderness. He knows that if he can make you doubt your value, he can prevent you from ever opening the gifts I've given you. But I am here to tell you that the very intensity of your struggle is the evidence of your greatness. The more stones that are thrown at you, the more certain you can be that your fruit is ripening and that your season of abundance is at hand. You are a treasure in a jar of clay, and I am breaking the clay so that my treasure can finally be seen by the world. If you can feel the weight of this truth moving in your spirit right now, if you realize that your struggle is actually a sign of your divine value, then do not remain silent in the face of this revelation. If you feel my spirit confirming that you are indeed a chosen one, I want you to like this video and subscribe to this channel immediately. By doing so, you are not just following a page. You are making a public declaration to the spiritual realm that you belong to the light and that you refuse to be intimidated by the darkness any longer. This is your moment to signal your agreement with heaven. This is your act of faith, a way to anchor yourself in this community of light so that we may stand together against the noise of the world. Press that button as a prophetic sign that you are ready to step out of the shadows and into the full authority of who I created you to be. You must realize that I do not give big assignments to small people. The fact that I have allowed you to face such significant challenges is my way of saying that I trust your character and your endurance. I am not punishing you, I am training you. Every difficulty you solve, every tear you wipe away, and every time you choose to praise me in the middle of a storm, you are passing an entrance exam for a higher level of destiny. Real blessings are heavy, and they require strong shoulders to carry them without being crushed. I have used this season of pressure to build the spiritual muscle you will need to handle the wealth, the influence, and the impact that are coming your way. You are not behind, you are being refined. You are being prepared to hold the weight of the glory that I am about to pour out. Stay steady, my child, for the mark you carry is not a target of destruction, but a seal of ultimate victory. My precious child, do not believe every spirit that whispers in the corridors of your mind. Just as you would not open your front door to every stranger who knocks, you must not give entrance to every thought that presents itself as truth. Discernment is the divine filter I have placed within you, a spiritual compass that points toward my heart even when the world is shrouded in fog. I told you once that you must test the spirits to see if they are from me, for the atmosphere is filled with frequencies that seek to mimic the resonance of your Creator. My voice does not compete with the noise. It cuts through it with the precision of a surgeon's blade and the tenderness of a mother's touch. When I speak, it is not to cause panic or to lead you into a maze of what-ifs. I speak to bring order to your chaos and light to your darkness. If the voice you are hearing leaves you feeling more confused, more hurried, or more condemned than when you began, take heart and know that is not me. Understand the signature of my presence. I am the God of peace. My voice carries the weight of eternity, a calm assurance that says, "Be still and know." Even when I correct you, it is with the intent of restoration, never destruction. I do not use the whip of shame to drive my children. I use the staff of love to guide them. Contrast this with the stranger's voice, which is always shrouded in a sense of frantic urgency and impending doom. It tells you that if you don't act this very second, everything will be lost. It uses fear as its primary language, making you feel as though you are constantly walking on thin ice. Fear is the static of the enemy. It is a vibration that seeks to paralyze your faith and cloud your vision. Remember, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. If the message you receive makes your heart race with anxiety rather than steady with hope, it is time to change the channel of your soul and return to the frequency of my grace. If you believe that I am clearing the confusion from your mind right now, and that you are receiving the gift of divine discernment, do not stay silent. This is a moment of sacred affirmation. Type "I believe" or "clarity is mine" in the comments right now to claim this breakthrough. By declaring these words, you are anchoring my truth in your physical reality and signaling to the spiritual realm that you refuse to be deceived any longer. My sheep know my voice, and they follow me because they recognize the frequency of home. This recognition is not something you have to labor to earn. It is a gift that grows as you spend time in my presence. Just as a child knows the sound of their father's footsteps without seeing his face, your spirit knows the cadence of my truth. The enemy can mimic the words, but he can never mimic the peace. He can quote the promises, but he cannot provide the comfort. My voice will always align with the eternal laws I have written upon the canvas of the universe. I will never tell you to do something that contradicts the essence of my love or the dignity of your soul. If you find yourself wondering if a direction is from me, look for the fruit. Does it lead to joy? Does it lead to self-control? Does it bring you closer to those I have called you to love? If it leads only to isolation, bitterness, or a sense of worthlessness, it is a counterfeit. I am your good shepherd, and I am calling you by name today. I am refining your spiritual senses in this very moment. You are learning to distinguish the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff. This is a vital skill for the level of authority you are about to step into. As you move forward, you will find that you no longer need to second-guess every intuition. You will begin to walk with a divine knowing, an internal certainty that guides your steps even when the path ahead is not visible to the natural eye. I am making your ears sensitive to the subtle shifts in the spiritual atmosphere. When the enemy tries to plant a seed of doubt, you will recognize it immediately and refuse to let it take root. You are becoming a master of your internal world, a sentinel at the gates of your own mind. Stay focused on my light, and the shadows will lose their ability to deceive you. You are being sharpened, prepared, and positioned. The static is fading, and the clarity you have longed for is finally arriving. Do not be afraid of the journey ahead, for you are now equipped with the ultimate weapon, the ability to hear the whisper of your Father in the middle of the storm. The noise of the world is becoming irrelevant, and my voice is becoming your only North Star. Listen closely, my beloved, for the atmosphere around you is shifting even as these words reach your heart. You have lived in a season of relentless noise, a cacophony of worries and external demands that have felt like a thick, suffocating fog. But I am the wind that blows the mist away, and I am announcing to you today that a great silence is coming. This is not the silence of abandonment or the coldness of being forgotten. This is the sacred stillness of my presence moving into the room to settle the score. In the next 3 days, you will begin to notice a supernatural shift in your environment. The things that used to trigger your panic will suddenly feel distant. The voices that shouted for your attention will lose their power to reach you. I am creating a divine vacuum around your soul, pulling out the static so that you can finally hear the beating of my heart for you. This silence is your sanctuary, the place where my power is perfected in your rest. I saw you struggling to think clearly, feeling as though your mind was a crowded room where everyone was shouting at once. I saw the exhaustion in your eyes when you tried to pray but couldn't find the words through the clutter of your anxiety. That season is ending now. I am speaking peace. Be still over the waves of your mind. Within the next 72 hours, expect a sudden and unexplained wave of calm to wash over you. It may happen while you are driving, or in the middle of a mundane task, or perhaps in the quiet moments before sleep. You will feel a physical release in your chest, a loosening of the grip that worry has held over your spirit. This is my signature on your life, a promise that the battle is no longer yours to fight. I am stepping in to handle the details that have kept you awake, and your only assignment is to welcome the quiet. Do not try to fill the silence with more noise. Let it be the canvas upon which I paint your new beginning. You have been afraid of the quiet because the enemy used it to whisper his darkest lies, but I am reclaiming the silence for my glory. This coming stillness is a gift of protection, a divine shielding that I am placing over your mental gates. While you rest in this peace, I am working behind the scenes to rearrange the circumstances that have caused you pain. I am dealing with the people who have misunderstood you and the situations that have felt like dead ends. When you emerge from this 3-day window of supernatural peace, you will find that the landscape of your life has changed. The problems that looked like mountains will have shrunk into molehills, and the path that was once obscured by the fog will be illuminated by my light. You are not losing time by being still. You are gaining the momentum of the heavens. I want you to prepare your heart for this transition. Stop the frantic searching for answers and start practicing the posture of a child who knows they are safe in their father's arms. This silence is the bridge between the warfare you have endured and the restoration you are about to receive. It is the deep breath the universe takes before a miracle is manifested. You have passed the test of endurance, and now you are entering the season of ease. The noise was the sign of the struggle, but the silence is the sign of the victory. Stay in my presence, keep your heart tuned to this frequency of peace, and watch as I do what only I can do. The static is gone, the signal is clear, and the Prince of Peace has taken his seat on the throne of your heart. I am the one who restores your soul, and today I am reaching into the very depths of your consciousness to bring order where there has been chaos. Your mind has felt like a shattered mirror, reflecting 1,000 different fears and fragmented memories that leave you feeling exhausted before you even begin your day. But I am the divine architect, and I am gathering every piece of your mental peace and fitting them back together with the cement of my grace. You have struggled with a brain fog that made even the simplest decisions feel like climbing a mountain, a heaviness that clouded your judgment and stole your spark. I am clearing that fog right now. I am washing your thoughts with the pure water of my word, rinsing away the residue of every negative comment, every traumatic event, and every lie you ever believed about yourself. Your mind is not a trash bin for the world's negativity. It is a sanctuary for my wisdom. I am speaking a word of healing over your nervous system and your memory. Those intrusive thoughts that haunt you, the ones that replay your greatest failures and your deepest hurts. I am erasing their power over your emotions. I am giving you a mental reset. From this moment forward, when you look back at your past, you will not see a graveyard of mistakes. You will see a training ground of mercy. I am restoring your ability to focus, to dream, and to envision a future that is not colored by the darkness of your yesterday. You will find that your mind is becoming a place of stillness, a quiet lake that reflects the brilliance of my light. I am replacing your spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise, and you will feel a literal lightness in your head and heart as the weights are lifted. No more shall you wake up in the middle of the night with a racing heart and a mind filled with dread. I am restoring your sleep, making it deep, sweet, and restorative. While you sleep, I will be the watchman over your thoughts, filtering out the nightmares and replacing them with divine downloads and creative solutions. You have spent so long in a state of survival mode, where your brain was constantly scanning for danger, that you have forgotten what it feels like to truly rest. I am turning off that internal alarm. I am reminding your soul that you are safe because you are under the shadow of my wings. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. This sound mind is your birthright as my child, and I am reclaiming it for you today. The space that was once occupied by anxiety is now being filled with supernatural confidence. You will find yourself speaking with a new authority, thinking with a new clarity, and walking with a new purpose. Where there was confusion, there will be a divine knowing. Where there was hesitation, there will be a bold yes to the assignments I have for you. I am activating the creative centers of your mind that have been dormant during your season of struggle. You will begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You will receive ideas that carry the weight of heaven. This is the restoration of your mental landscape, a transformation that will radiate through every area of your life. Your mind is now aligned with mine, and in my mind, there is only victory, peace, and infinite possibility. Now that I have stilled the storm in your mind and restored the sanctuary of your soul, I am turning my attention to the practical needs of your life. Do not think for a moment that I am only concerned with your spiritual state and indifferent to the weight of your bills or the emptiness of your bank account. I am the God of the harvest, the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am here to break the spirit of lack that has been hovering over your household like a dark cloud. For too long, you have been trapped in a cycle of just enough or not enough, feeling the constant grinding pressure of scarcity. This is not the life I designed for you. I created you to be a river of abundance, a channel through which my resources flow to bless the world. The enemy has used the noise in your head to distract you from the divine opportunities I have been placing right in front of you. He wanted you so focused on your lack that you couldn't see the seeds of greatness I planted in your very hands. But today the veil is being lifted. I am opening your eyes to see the wealth that has been hidden in plain sight. I am the God who provides manna in the wilderness and draws water from the flinty rock. My timing is perfect, and my ways are higher than your ways, even when it feels like a delay to your human eyes. You have been faithful in the small things, and now I am preparing you to be the ruler over much. I am not talking about a mere paycheck or a temporary fix. I am talking about a fundamental shift in your financial DNA. I am breaking the generational curses of poverty and the mindset of barely making it that have plagued your family line for decades. I am releasing a supernatural favor that will cause people to go out of their way to support you, even if they cannot explain why. Contracts will be signed, unexpected checks will arrive in the mail, and creative ideas that have been stagnant for years will suddenly catch fire and bring a harvest. I am the great provider, and I am commanding the windows of heaven to open over your life right now. You have passed the test of discouragement, and now you are entering the season of sudden provision. As you feel this flow of abundance beginning to stir in the spiritual atmosphere, do not let your heart remain silent. If you believe that I am the source of all your needs and that I am opening a door of prosperity that no man can shut, then act now in faith. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel. This is not a mere digital gesture. It is your way of planting a seed in this field of light and signaling your agreement with the wealth of the kingdom. Furthermore, do not stay quiet in the sanctuary of the comments. Type "I believe" or the door is open to claim this financial breakthrough as your current reality. By speaking these words and taking these actions, you are aligning your physical world with the frequency of my provision. Every act of faith you perform today is a seed that will bring a harvest that will surprise even those who doubted you. You are moving from the wilderness of not enough into the promised land of more than enough. In the coming days, I will give you a divine download, a specific strategy, a name or a connection that will be the key to your new level of prosperity. Do not dismiss the small ideas or the seemingly random encounters, for they are the messengers of my provision. I am bringing you into a season where your labor will be lighter and your harvest will be greater. I am removing the leaks in your finances, the unexpected repairs, the lost money, and the wasted resources. And I am establishing a hedge of protection around your assets. You will no longer be a slave to the lender. I am positioning you to be the lender to many. I am setting you free so that you can fulfill the mission I have for you on this earth. You cannot feed the hungry with an empty hand, and I am filling your hands to overflowing so that my light can shine through your generosity. And trust me, I have always made a way, and I am making a way right now that will leave you in awe of my power. My child, as I am clearing the clutter from your mind and the lack from your house, I am also reaching into the circle of your relationships. I have seen the tears you shed over people who walked away when you needed them most. I have watched the confusion in your heart when those you trusted turned their backs or whispered behind you. I want you to hear me clearly. Those departures were not a tragedy. They were a divine subtraction. I was the one who closed those doors. I was the one who revealed the hearts of those around you. I saw that they were radio transmitters for the enemy's frequency, carrying seeds of doubt and criticism into your sacred space. You felt like you were being rejected, but you were actually being protected. I am pruning your life not to hurt you, but to ensure that your future fruit is not poisoned by the bitterness of others. You cannot reach the new level I have for you while carrying the weight of people who belong in your past. I am removing the voices of discouragement, the people who tell you that you are too much or not enough, the ones who only love you when you are small and controllable. I am exposing the hidden agendas and the toxic ties that have been draining your spiritual energy. This cleansing process may feel lonely for a moment, but it is the necessary silence before the arrival of your true family. I am clearing the stage so that I can bring in your destiny helpers. These are people who have been prepared by my own hand to recognize your worth, to speak life into your dreams, and to stand with you in the heat of the battle. They will not be intimidated by your light. They will be drawn to it. I am bringing mentors who will give you the wisdom you lack, friends who will carry your burdens as if they were their own, and partners who will align with the mission I have placed on your life. Do not try to hold on to what I am trying to let go. Do not chase after the people who have chosen to leave your life. If they were meant to be part of your destiny, no power on earth could have removed them. Their exit is a sign that their assignment in your life is finished. I am giving you a new discernment to recognize the difference between a seasoned person and a destiny person. From this day forward, you will attract those who operate on the frequency of peace and truth. You will find that your conversations become more life-giving and your connections become more purposeful. I am healing the wounds of past betrayals and replacing the sting of loneliness with the warmth of a community that truly sees you. You are moving from a season of being misunderstood into a season of being celebrated for exactly who I made you to be. The atmosphere of your life is becoming pure. The noise of other people's opinions is being silenced, so that you can hear my instructions with perfect clarity. I am surrounding you with a hedge of protection, ensuring that no weapon formed against your reputation shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment I shall condemn. You are a king, a queen in my kingdom, and I am choosing your inner circle with divine precision. Trust the process of this cleansing. The vacuum you feel right now is the space I am creating for a love and a loyalty you have never experienced before. Your true tribe is searching for you, and I am the one guiding their steps to your door. Stay in, my love. Keep your heart open and watch as I bring the right people into your life at the perfect time. My precious one, you have survived the fire, and now you must understand why I allowed the flames to touch your life. I did not bring you through the wilderness just so you could find comfort. I brought you through so that you could find your sword. You are no longer the person who entered the storm. That version of you, the one who was easily shaken, the one who lived in the shadow of fear, has been laid to rest. In its place, I have forged a warrior. You have been healed not just for your own sake, but to become a vessel of healing for others. This is the moment where your healing transforms into your activation. I am calling you to a higher purpose, a mission that requires the very strength and character that were built in your darkest hours. Your scars are not signs of shame. They are your credentials, the proof that you have walked through the valley and come out on the other side with authority. You are moving from a season of being the one who needs a miracle to being the one through whom I perform miracles. I am handing you the blueprints for your next season. It is a new assignment, one that will require you to use every lesson you learned in the silence. You have been prepared to handle influence, to lead with compassion, and to speak truth to those who are still trapped in the noise. I am opening doors for you that you didn't even know existed. You will find yourself in rooms with people of influence, not because of your own striving, but because of my divine favor. Your voice, once muffled by the static of anxiety, will now become a command to the universe. When you speak from your place of alignment with me, the spiritual atmosphere will shift. When you declare my promises, the darkness will flee. You are moving from a season of questioning. Why is this happening to me? To a season of declaring, this is what I am building for the kingdom. Do not look back at the rubble of your past. Look forward to the architecture of your future. I want you to hold this promise close to your heart. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way. Walk in it. You will no longer have to guess my will or struggle to find the path in the dark. My guidance will be as clear as the morning sun. I am giving you a divine intuition that will navigate you through every complexity of this new mission. Your assignment may seem daunting at first. It may even feel bigger than you can handle, but remember, I do not give big assignments to small people. I have seen your endurance in the hidden seasons. I have seen your faithfulness when no one was watching. Now I am inviting you to step into the much. You are being equipped with spiritual weapons and heavenly wisdom that the world cannot understand. The creative ideas and sudden inspirations that come to you in the coming days are not random thoughts. They are the seeds of your mission. This is the hour of your activation. Every tear you shed has become fuel for your internal fire. Every moment of loneliness has become a sturdy foundation for your leadership. You are a chosen one, and your assignment is to shine my light in the specific places that are still shrouded in darkness. You will be a bridge for the broken and a beacon for the lost, for you know exactly what the darkness feels like. As you step into this new role, you will find that the resources you need are already waiting for you at the point of your obedience. The destiny helpers I have summoned are arriving now to help you build what I have called you to build. Do not be afraid to take the first step, even if you cannot see the 10th. The wind of the Spirit is at your back. My favor is your shield, and my love is your home. The world is waiting for the sound of your true voice, the voice that has been tempered in the fire and polished in the silence. The assignment is yours. Accept it with courage. My child, as we reach this sacred moment of our conversation, I want to place a seal upon your life that no power in the darkness can break. I am establishing a covenant of protection over you, your family, and everything that concerns your heart. You have lived far too long in a state of high alert, worried that the enemy might strike while you are sleeping, or that your current peace is merely the calm before another devastating storm. But I am the watchman who never slumbers nor sleeps, and I am the God who commands the angel armies. Today I am placing a hedge of fire around your home and a canopy of grace over your head. The blood of the Lamb is the mark upon your doorpost, and when the spirit of destruction or the frequency of lack passes by, it must pass over you. You are no longer an easy target, you are a fortress. I have seen every arrow that was aimed at your heart, and I have watched them shatter against the shield of my favor. From this day forward, you can rest in the absolute certainty that you are safe in my hands. I am sealing the gates of your mind and your spirit with my own authority. No longer will the counterfeit voice have permission to enter your sanctuary and plant seeds of confusion. I am placing a divine filter over your ears so that you only recognize the resonance of my truth. And I am placing a guard over your eyes so that you see every situation through the lens of my eternal hope. This covenant is not based on your performance or your perfection. It is based on my unwavering promise and my infinite love. It is an eternal agreement signed in the heavenly realms, and it is unbreakable. When the storms of the world roar and the winds of trial blow, you will be like the house built upon the rock, unshakable, unmovable, and profoundly secure. You do not have to live in survival mode anymore. I am giving you permission to relax your shoulders, to breathe deeply, and to let the tension leave your weary body. I have already gone ahead of you to level the mountains and straighten the crooked paths. I am your rear guard and your vanguard, surrounding you with songs of deliverance. Now, to seal this covenant and lock this blessing into your physical reality, I want you to perform a final act of agreement. This is how you adjust your spiritual frequency to stay perfectly tuned to my heart. Type 1 AM. Listening in the comments right now to confirm that your spirit is wide open to my guidance and that you accept this mantle of protection over your life. By typing these words, you are declaring to the spiritual realm that the old noise is gone and only my voice has the right to speak into your future. This is the seal of our bond, the proof that you have entered into a new dimension of supernatural peace. Furthermore, as a sign that you wish to remain in this flow of divine revelation and stay connected to this family of believers, make sure you have liked this message and subscribed to this channel. This is your act of faith, a way to anchor this prophecy in your life so that the enemy cannot steal the seeds of truth I have planted today. Do not let this moment pass without sealing it. You are protected, you are preserved, and you are positioned for the greatest glory of your life. My precious child, we have traveled through the valleys of your mind and the corridors of your heart, and now you stand at a threshold that few ever reach. Your mind is finally clean. The static of the imposter has been silenced, and the temple of your spirit is vibrating with the resonance of my peace. But do not think for a moment that this clarity is the final destination. It is merely the foundation for something so magnificent that your current imagination can barely grasp it. Now that you can hear me without the interference of fear, I am ready to reveal a secret I have been guarding for this exact moment. There is a person, a specific soul whose path is being diverted by my hand to cross yours in the coming days. This is not a random encounter or a seasonal acquaintance. This is a destiny connection that I have orchestrated in the heavens before the foundations of the world were laid. I have seen your prayers for companionship, for a partner who truly sees your soul, or for a mentor who can unlock the hidden potential within you. I have heard the silent cry of your heart asking, when will it be my turn to be supported? I am telling you now, the wait is over. This person has been walking through their own fire, being refined by the same master potter who shaped you. They carry a piece of the puzzle that you have been trying to solve alone, and you carry the light that they have been searching for in their own darkness. When you meet, there will be a supernatural recognition in your spirit, a sense of home that defies logic. But you must remain in this state of divine alignment to see them. If you allow the old noise to return, you might walk right past the miracle I have sent to your door. I have a much deeper revelation about the identity of this person and the specific sign you should look for to know it is them. This is only the beginning of the new chapter I am writing for you. There is a specific word, a specific moment, and a specific location that will trigger this divine explosion of favor in your life. I am preparing to show you the face of your future, but I need you to stay connected to this frequency of revelation to ensure you do not miss the next part of this prophecy, the part where I reveal the specific sign of this person's arrival. You must act now to seal this message. Like this video and subscribe to this channel immediately to lock yourself into this stream of divine information. You are part of a holy movement now, and you do not want to be left behind when the next veil is lifted. This is your destiny unfolding in real time. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you away from the greater secret that is about to be revealed in the next message I have for you. Now seal this entire prophecy into your life forever. Let the spiritual realm know that you have received every word, every blessing, and every promise I have spoken today. Type Amen or it is done in the comments to lock this covenant into your physical reality. By doing so, you are closing the door on your past and stepping through the gates of your new life. The silence is gone, the lack is broken, the protection is established, and the person of your destiny is already on their way. I am with you, I am for you, and I am already knocking on the door of your tomorrow. Step into what you were trained for, my chosen one. Our journey together is just getting started, and the best is truly yet to come.